Hello and welcome to Friday at 16 minutes past 6 in the morning. It's a beautiful, peaceful morning with low mist lying over the side of the woolly valley here. One of the benefits of being so early, up so early, is that you disturb nature. And I startled a couple of beautiful deer in a field a little earlier on. Couldn't get to the smartphone quick enough to capture them close up. This smartphone takes superb images in close up, but it's not quite so good over long distance. I know I could bring the camera, but it's bulky and weighs me down at this time of the day. You see a lot of rabbits. When I arrived at this position, there were lots of them in the field. The only thing that startles me are pigeons, because you don't know they're hiding in the bushes and the trees. And as you walk by, I don't know what it is. It's probably because they're such big, bulky birds. They make such a fuss. Two birds of prey circling. I'm not very good at showing this. There were two birds of prey circling. That was what all the noise was about, because obviously the other birds know they're there. Anyway, that's a distraction. Yes, they're so big and bulky that they make such a noise flapping their wings to try and get away, and it always makes me jump. Anyway, getting back to my thread, completely thrown by that. Getting back to my thread, two things I've got to say to you as far as Bath Museum goes. Yesterday morning I did an interview with Manda Rigby. She's just been elected, inaugurated, the 793rd Mayor of the City of Bath. But because of the lockdown, poor Manda was denied her ceremonial, a civic ceremony in the Abbey, a procession to the Abbey, a procession leaving the Abbey with her and her full mayoral regalia. But she's a charming, chatty lady, and I really enjoyed my conversation with her yesterday. The other thing of note, that's also a raptor, a bird of prey, above my head. I need two cameras, one for you, one for that. The other thing is the Glossy Glamorous Bath magazine has published this month. I promote it because I write a column for it. It's a special. They've asked people of influence within the city what sort of a bath they would like to see when all of this is over. It's something I dealt with too in my column. You can view that online, so do have a look. It's positive, uplifting stuff, and we certainly need that at this time of the day. I've mentioned our cats to George before. George ignores birds, which is good because we encourage them in the garden, but he's a very good mouser. Now, luckily for most mice, George hasn't got many teeth, so when the present is brought in, the mouse is very much alive, and I spend an hour or two chasing it around the house, catching it in a glass and letting it go. This morning my partner had to deal with a fatality, so I'm glad I didn't come down and face that, and took it out for burial before I actually got up. But George has been fed, and he spends most of his life now in a chair in the garden which has a blanket on it, and there he sleeps when he's not chasing mice and demanding food. The life of a cat. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Whatever you're doing this Friday, have a good day.